Welcome to Resilient Saint Lucia, where we explore the innovations, solutions, and strategies that help our island thrive in a changing climate.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Across Saint Lucia, women are quietly shaping the nation's resilience. On land and at sea, in backyards and blue waters. On this episode of Resilient Saint Lucia, we explore how climate finance plays a critical role in turning local action into lasting solutions. From farms to financial institutions, women are at the center of this story. And so, climate finance is pivotal to national objectives. The government of St. Lucia has put a structure in place to better streamline sources of funding for a wide range of climate resilience projects. And so, a decision was taken to filter everything through a climate finance unit.
And that's what the climate finance unit really is going to do. It's really going to ensure that there's synchronization, there is reduction of duplication, you have improvements, you're able to catalyze and really cause the synergies to happen so you have a better outcome for St. Lucia.
As St. Lucia's national designated authority to the Green Climate Fund, the Department of Economic Development helps guide, approve, and coordinate climate finance so projects support national development and resilience goals. The only local entity currently accredited to the GCF is the St. Lucia Development Bank.
Now that we have the SLDB accredited, we're not just open to the Green Climate Fund, we're open to other international funds. So SLDB has a wider pool of funding to be able to bring into St. Lucia to really cause our adaptation and mitigation actions to take place at a much quicker pace.
Another agency critical to building climate resilience is the St. Lucia National Conservation Fund, the SLU-NCF. It is grouped along with similar organizations across the region under the umbrella body Caribbean Biodiversity Fund, the CBF.
The fund, you could consider it to be a sustainable finance mechanism to really generate financing for conservation, natural resource management projects and initiatives in St. Lucia that have been prioritized either by the national government, conservation agencies across the board.
As an umbrella organization, the CBF provides some financial support to the St. Lucia National Conservation Fund.
There is an endowment which the CBF manages and that which we are able to draw funds from. Apart from that, you need to depend on your ability to convince donors or partners that their resources, their finances will help to build or achieve certain aims.
The SLU-NCF also relies on support from the private sector and other international funding agencies for support. Republic Bank is one of its donors.
They decided and agreed to have a 5-year project partnership with us. Given that Republic Bank has various branches in all the Caribbean countries, they're looking to this pilot in St. Lucia to see how it can be replicated across the board.
Through our Power to Make a Difference program in 2024, we partnered with the St. Lucia National Conservative Fund, where we pledged $750,000 to provide, financing, grant financing.
We did a recent partnership 2 years ago with Republic Bank EC, through which we created the Republic Bank Sustainable Fund St. Lucia, and we have already issued grants under that through the Power to Make a Difference program. Is the corporate social responsibility program.
Republic Bank has been a strong proponent of sustainable development and subscribes to the United Nations Principles for Responsible Banking.
And what it really means is that we are embracing, we have stated our commitment to embracing sustainability and supporting our environment and granting loans in a responsible manner.
In addition, Republic Bank has been working on reducing its carbon footprint.
a signatory to the Net Zero Banking Alliance, which really speaks to reducing emissions in the environment.
Among the national priorities identified by the government of St. Lucia is food security. Sustainable Development Goal number 2 aims to end hunger, achieve food security, and improve nutrition, and promote sustainable agriculture. One of the key activities promoted relates to backyard gardening, and this involves mainly women. Among them is Marie Calix Nelson. She belongs to a group called the Belle Tijade Cuisine Backyard Club.
We are given a lot of information about organic gardening, also how to make natural pesticides and herbicides, so we do not have to use any chemicals in our backyard.
The group has also been able to mobilize critical resources for club members.
Seedlings, money to purchase materials for our gardening. We were given water tanks and also gardening tools.
Marie Nelson, a retired teacher, has been planting a range of crops at the back of her house in Soufrière.
So I have bananas, I have plantains, I have macadamia, I have pineapple, I have capo, I have papaya, and sorrel.
Miss Marie, as she is known, is a florist with a wide range of petals. In La Clery, Tara Leonard Emmanuel has had an ongoing love affair with backyard gardening.
What attracted me to backyard gardening, I think, is the love of just being able to go into my backyard and be able to cut something, rip something, and to be able to use it in my own cooking.
In addition to the range of crops traditionally grown in St. Lucia, Tara has been cultivating a variety of herbal and seasoning plants.
I have things like, say, for example, Panadol. I have a lot of mint for teas. I have, like I said, stuff for seasoning. I am now into vegetables. So I'm looking at tomatoes and cucumbers. I also had a few weeks ago lettuce, and I also had Chinese cabbage.
Tara also has chickens and has not purchased eggs for a long time. For Tara and the members of the Belle Tijade Cuisine Backyard Club, backyard gardening isn't just economically empowering, it's also therapeutic.
Just being able to go and manipulate the soil and put something down and see it grow, see it flourish, is another reason why I was very interested in backyard gardening.
The main benefit is that you know exactly what you put into your system. Everything is organic and it's very healthy.
Women are also engaging in less friendly farming conditions. CMOS cultivation provides a critical source of income for families. Among them, Resilient Walter, who spends most of her working day in the waters of Portwee Beach.
Well, what I do when I come here in mornings, I start with, planting my CMOS. Then I take it into the ocean, the sea, to plant it. As you can see, the sticks there, they are adjacent to each other. So I have to tie it stick to stick. After I'm done with my days of work, I walk out of the water. Sometimes I do harvest. Most times if I harvest, I hang or I bleach.
The CMOS industry in St. Lucia and the Caribbean is driven mainly by women. Like Resilient Walter, her livelihood and children's education depends on it.
But I saw it as an opportunity for me as a single parent for marketing, maybe getting a market, so I could have some sense of stability. It helped me a lot, especially when it comes to paying my daughter's tuition. Send my daughter to university and one at A-level.
The Climate Finance Unit has been conducting detailed studies of the needs, challenges, and opportunities within the CMOS and agriculture sector.
We were able to really go in and understand what was impacting the livelihoods of fishers and fisherfolk, CMOS farmers. We were able to go in, we also looked at the opportunities and also financial intermediaries in terms of what was really the business model for the fishing sector in St. Lucia, so we could advance and ensure that we came up with something which would have improved the conditions under which they live, and we could see some level of sustainability within the sector.
The St. Lucia government and agencies like the St. Lucia National Conservation Fund have earmarked the CMOS industry for major development support. Other aspects of the agriculture ecosystem are also being contemplated.
We have a very active agricultural sector, so there's a lot of focus now on investment in climate smart agriculture and how it is that responds to our growing challenge of drought, longer periods of drought, or excessive rains, loss that are encountered through storm damage, and so on and so forth.
The COVID-19 pandemic and Sustainable Development Goal number 2 are poignant reminders that food and nutrition security should not be taken for granted. Through climate finance, partnerships, and community action, the path to food security and resilience becomes a shared national responsibility. This has been Resilient Saint Lucia. Stay prepared, stay informed, and be resilient.
Republic Bank. We're the one for you.